My beautiful stars, reading time. I'm going to put these on. It's so cold here in Australia. All right, I want to do a channeled message from your person, true feelings, intentions. But let's just get your current connection. Okay, so not enough. Phoenix, photographs, trying to have fun and time with friends. Okay, seduction. All right, so right now, current connection. I actually think this is both of you. I think both of you are really frustrated in this whole situation. I think you both lack confidence when it comes to one another and the depth of your emotion you have for one another. There could have been a bit of self-sabotage here through ego, through fear. Maybe you guys really struggled with jealousy in your connection. You do have Phoenix here, which is about, hold on, I want one more, especially with these here. Hold on, one more for Phoenix. Wow, love call. Someone expresses their love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. The reason I ask, because this is about a new phase, rekindling, renew, transform, growth, change mind. But then these two here, whatever's going on right now, let it be you or the person connected to you, or even both of you. You're looking at each other's photos, you're going through nostalgia, you're wanting to make new memories right now. When I heard nostalgia, I was, you know, that kind of, how would you describe it? You know, that not just a memory, but a feel, you know, that homesick feeling you get, like that pit in your stomach. I don't just think, it could be you as well, but I think whoever's going through nostalgia right now, it's not just a memory. There's such a deep kind of feeling attached to it. But I think that either you really believe that this person is happily moved on, they're either single, or they're just having a good time, or you yourself could really be just trying to have a good time right now and try not to think about it. This seduction card is about wanting to date and attraction and flirting, but it's also about third-party interference. So there could be a little bit of a hurdle in your connection right now when it comes to outside interference. Hold on, just this love call and Phoenix. I want to see if this is a now reading. Wow, so there definitely is intense reminiscing going on right now. Sexual chemistry, reminiscing. And you've got date night. Why do I feel it's more the person? Could be both of you. Hold on. I'm getting a little bit stumped here. Okay, you could have lived with this person. You could be thinking about moving. This person could be thinking about moving. Maybe that's an obstacle, especially if you guys have a bit of distance here. I definitely feel you have someone that is wanting to at least make their feelings clear to you. I want to feel that way again. And that's what I felt when I heard nostalgia. I heard that before. When I've heard that word, I'm feeling there's a deep feeling tied to the memories. Whoever this person is, they want to feel what they felt with you before. You don't know how hard it is, or you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Oh, this is reminding me of a collective I have where there was a lot of unfinished business, unspoken words, and if this person wasn't the best or the most emotionally aware, they clearly left you the only way they knew how. And if they are really under the impression that you don't realize how hard it was for them to let you go. Why am I seeing that new moon, that Twilight, when Edward's like saying bye to her and she just believed it? So I saw that so clearly in my mind. And when he was saying that, I don't know if he said he didn't love her, but he said something and she just really believed it in that moment. And I'm kind of seeing that for this. I feel that this person really might have played off like they just didn't care, but it was the only way they knew how. One more. You could really like Twilight. There's a reason, or you could have just watched it. There's a reason it came to my mind. I wish I had treated you better. So they're really going over some painful memories and also good memories. All right, let's keep going. This might actually be more of an action reading. Intimacy. Wow. I think you both have spoken to the universe about one another, but this person's definitely, they could be trying to manifest you. Date night. Okay, so I think that's more expectation. You guys could have shared a pregnancy, but I do think maybe this person, if they didn't leave you in the best way and they're really stuck in a lot of memories, especially they wish they treated you better or spoke their, you know, feelings a bit better, maybe they're a little bit afraid of where this could lead. I really think it's them that are kind of sitting at their phone right now. But I do think this person's confidence is lacking a little bit when it comes to this. Wow, that's good. Make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. One more. Okay, open up your heart. It'll help you attract more love. Maybe you both have got a really closed heart space since whatever this was. It clearly caused a lot of damage in the heart space with this first card here. All right, let's keep going. Not enough. You've got Cupid's arrow. This is smelling like a movement reading. Have faith, love is coming, but there has been a lot of hesitation, and it's because of the confidence, not feeling enough. Which you both have clearly experienced this. Underneath Phoenix and Love Core, you've got love, unconditional love, engagement. You could have been engaged to this person. Or this could be on their mind. That they're two cards of unconditional love, eternal love. This is some pretty nice energy. I pick up some quite broken energy. This seems like someone's got their... Okay, so I think they're reflecting on their behavior, especially with those message cards. So they could have presented very self-absorbed here, that this was very one-sided. This is what they're kind of in agony with right now, and you probably are too. If this person is really connected to you on a deep level, you would be feeling their emotion, but in your own way. Let it be through frustration, or let it be you're starting to think, gosh, this was just one-sided. You could be really losing hope right now, or... I feel, unfortunately, this collective, I don't think you really, maybe you have believed the intensity, but I feel you're kind of maybe questioning your intuition when it comes to this. Mirror. So you both have tried to act like you're just having the time of your life. This isn't affecting you. Both of you, don't make it fit. So this time with friends, trying to move on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. You both have got that impression of one another that this person clearly, they can clearly feel some form of bond to you. But I think what stops this person really coming forward, and you've got to remember, and it would be the same for you, there is a real lack of confidence when it comes to one another, and the frustration here with the disconnect, right? And I think this person however you present, or however you've presented since this separation, you really present like you're just having the time of your life, that this hasn't affected you. And the right collective, you're under the same impression about this person. Clearly you haven't exchanged words, either of you, which means you're both a little bit emotionally avoidant. I think you both have really put on a mask that this isn't affecting you on a deep level. Don't make it fit, because that's where mirrors come out. Okay, so whatever's going on with third-party interference, or I think this is a trigger point, and I don't know if you guys know this for fact, but it really adds to the fear in this connection. But also, I think you're both under the impression that there's no second chances here. I think this collective, you've held on to a second chance for a long time. I want one more for that. Yeah, heart with a key. So you both are seeing each other in a way that is not true. You both feel that right now this is over, and this is why it would be so hard for this person to, and I'm not saying that their actions weren't wrong or your actions weren't wrong. It's always two parties at fault. But even though you've got 3 cards here of unconditional love, heart with a key, it's like you both are under the impression, why do I keep saying that? Impression that this just, how would this ever work again? A little bit sad. You know what? I just want to see, I want to see this collective's perspective, and then I'll really break this person's. All right. Your perspective on this whole situation. Got them flying. Oh, this has really tested your patience here. You've clearly held, oh God. Okay. And this person knows it. Flippant, nothing to say, the unanswered questions, and I heard that specifically. Okay, this person not speaking their truth. I think for a very long time, this collective, you really had faith this person would come in and give you those answers that your soul was craving, but there's something here about your patience that has really been tested. Now when you see this, there's been a lot of imbalance and discord, and I think you question yourself for waiting for so long. And this goes back to the 8 of Wands. That's one of the quickest moving cards in tarot. So again, it's really tested your patience. This definitely hasn't gone into the time that this collective was expecting. And this is probably why you're losing so much faith. You, for a long time, thought that this would just come back into alignment and very swiftly. For your first card to be Temperance in reverse, the time for this collective... Oh, sorry, that's Salem. Hold on. Sorry, my angels. Well, for you guys, it'll be like a millisecond, but she was at the door. And does anybody else's cat go to the bathroom outside? My Salem, she does not use a kitty litter. It's very odd. She's like half dog, half cat. But anyway, sorry. But what I was saying for this collective... I think the time and the expectation of how this would really come back into alignment, and the fact that it didn't come back into alignment, the pace that you thought it would, it has set a lot of anxiety and burdens in your soul. And normally when I see this dynamic, and there's a reason it's coming to my mind, I feel this collective, maybe you've had... more love lessons, love experience than this person, or you're someone that you've been, you know, in that long-term connections, and you're used to kind of, when you have conflict or grievances with a partner, that you just have that kind of you come back to the table and you sort it out. Where this person, maybe they're not as equipped when it comes to long-term relationships or the same kind of love lessons, because I'm just going back to these cards, and I really do genuinely believe the way this person walked away from you, it was the only way they knew how. It was like they didn't, I think when they chose to leave you, yes, they did it in a cold way, but I think in that moment of leaving you, that was like, this is done. I need to put this in the too hard basket. So it wouldn't surprise me if this person blocked you or just was very, very indifferent after everything that happened, because their way of approaching heartbreak or situations like what you guys face was to detach. And I'm not saying that's right, I'm not excusing it, but I'm just trying to show this collective where, and I talk about overgeneralizing all the time. I read a lot of people that unfortunately you overgeneralize and you think people move, walk, talk like the same as you. That's not how people work. We are all different. We deal with emotion differently. And I think this collective, because you were so used to in the past sorting out grievances with past people, and you probably never been left this way before, it just didn't make sense to you because of the love and the intensity that you felt. So now, as time has gone on, and maybe there has been distance, again, another confirmation put in between you guys, like physical distance. I think as I'm reading the right collective, it really is kind of that, I don't even want to say frustration or anger. It's just, it really is that lost hope. It's that it just doesn't make sense, especially after the time that's passed anymore. Okay, you could have tried to put this in the category, and it could be, I'm not saying it's not, I haven't read it all, but that's my divine, that's my soul. Like, I just think this collective, you couldn't understand why this wasn't coming back into alignment. But you as a collective for the past 6 months, so maybe this is where your mind and your thought pattern to this person has started to really shift, and where there was so much belief once upon a time, there's something about you feeling like you're finding your inner truth, that this is a big catalyst for change, that yes, this caused a transformation, but there's something about the cosmos, really the divine, really triggering something in you right now to, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I definitely think whatever's this cosmic trigger is about new beginnings. Okay, do you see this right now? Do you know this right now? But ask yourself, the past 6 months, what in your energy has changed when you start to think of this person? Because this is coming from up above, and it's been a slow trickle. Okay, so you think you're seeing things clearly right now when it comes to this. I think maybe this is, for this 6-month card to come out, this, and your relationship could have been 6 months. It could have been a shorter lived romance, but what I was feeling straight, like this isn't something that's just happened recently. This has been minimum 6 months of you back and forth in your mind, right? But it could also entail this relationship, if it was more short-lived, about that 6-month period, it was to make you find your inner truth and a catalyst for change and to really waken you to your highest potential. I'm hearing that as well. But right now, as you're watching this, I think your clear vision, and I've said it a few times, I think you're trying your hardest to, I'm going to say it, I'm hearing not believe. It's like you don't want to believe that this is your person anymore, which is sad. But let's confirm these. Temperance in reverse. Oh, how much this has burdened you. So again, your expectation of time, which would have ended up through your process of trying to really work this out emotionally, you would have come in a lot of anger, a lot of pain, a lot of longing, a lot of depth of love. Like this would have brought up so much in you. And it's really funny because I'm going back to that first part. I personally see a 10 of Wands energy as someone that carries all these wands in life, but don't let people in on their grievances and their pain. It's like you really are someone, you like to put on a tough front. You could, and I feel, and you might not know this as a collective, I think you're quite an emotionally avoidant person yourself. I think maybe you give the best advice, or maybe you give really good direction to others. But if you were someone that can feel this much pain but cover it, so you look like you've got everything together, you avoid your depth of emotion. And no matter how much this was really creating imbalance in you and discord, you just present like you were a-okay. But this burdened your soul a lot. And right now, when you view this right now, you're on a brink of collapse. You're over it. You're over the limit. You're overwhelmed, overloaded. You just want to be done with it all. And it's really sad because out of all of these cards, this is mostly about you. So you're reflecting on maybe your decisions when it comes to this and how long you've waited. You've only got one card really about them, and the way you see them is not the nicest. So again, confirmation, if you're watching this right now and you're like just complete love heart eyes, this isn't for you. You're the right collective. I don't want to say anger. I just feel you're really hitting your limit. This is nice when you're in stillness. You think this person, you could also have been holding on to hopes, thinking they were going through a hermit journey and really finding that soul evolution, that especially if you see them as how we were explaining them. But I do think this collective, this whole thing, especially with this card here, it put you on a journey of soul searching, enlightenment, made you start to really tap into your own internal guiding light in this world. But a lot of solitude was faced here because of this person. And it's funny because this person thinks you've just been out having the time of your life. But you've grown. Oh, she's meowing again. Hold on a second. We're back. And just this one here, this advice, and I said it before, I think this collective, it's not that you don't get emotion. I think you get emotion, but when it comes to your deep emotion, I just think this would have started from a young age for you as well. So I think you're great at guiding, but not the best when it comes to your internal and expressing your true needs and wants. Okay. This is what's really triggered you, and I felt it with this. So because you just expected this to come in very quickly, your own expectation, the Ace of Cups in reverse, how long this has been held back for, you've been fighting your intuition with this, well, so you think. Now you're starting to think, I can't keep thinking this, I need to focus on my self-love, I need to focus on my self-care. Which is good, that's good. But just confirmation of how long this has been repressed. I know this is what you could have, maybe this last new moon that just came, there could have been something big that happened here that made you realize the lack of energy, that made you finally start changing your direction and setting new intentions. So maybe this last month has been really pivotal for you. Or when was the last new moon? It wasn't long ago, it was only a couple weeks ago. Right now, when you think of this person, especially if you see them as this and this, they lack life experience, they don't align with my energy, they've left me in such a painful way and never taken accountability. Again, the self-absorbed, right? I think for the right collective, this is what you're trying to hold on to let go of the deep feelings and the expectation you've had for so long. And if that's the phase you're going through, that's the phase you're going through. You need to ride the wave. Me reading that energy, I was feeling a warmth from it. I was feeling that, unfortunately, I just think this person's a little bit broken, but I will confirm everything and confirm if it's genuine. All right, let's get into it. First, I want to get these for them. I want to see how they're seeing you right now. What feelings? That's what I think. Actually, this person really is by their phone. So they do see you as fate. Written in the stars, their blueprint. They're wanting to take action towards you. Now, I heard two things for this straight away. This, because you remember you got engagement ring. You guys could have been speaking about long-term foundation, and this person's wanting to create that family structure with you. But two, when they think of you, they also think of family. So that means there's some family blocks here. So you might be aware that maybe this person's family unfortunately didn't have the highest I'm trying to say it in a nice way. Clearly this person's family had a few opinions about your connection. Okay, if it's not what we just described about what they're wanting to build with you, and it could be both because they've both come to my mind, but when they think of you as a person, they also think about their family. It's clearly an obstacle. Okay, addictions, and I'm sorry. So you guys could have had some bad habits here. Maybe this person desanitized through this or after this separation to help them cope with their emotion. When they think of you, especially with them together, I do think they have an addictive thought pattern right now about how to approach you. And I think they are fixating, but I do think there's something about nostalgia I think you're both going through. And if you guys unfortunately didn't have, and I'm blocking as I'm saying it, some of the best habits, and I always say addiction, especially in relationships, they do not work. But they are wanting to apologize. I think for the first time in a long time, this person's starting to take accountability for maybe not just how they treat you, but how they can treat people in their life. Fate. Wow, so that's crazy. So even through this separation, they still see you as fated. And this collective, you believe that for so long, but it's the time that's setting you guys into a tailspin. But if this is really fated, I'll get the universe's perspective. And this, you guys weren't aligned with your communication styles. And if this is how this person unfortunately dealt with grievances, it would never have worked. And I say this for people that do have those relationships that you guys part ways. I always say to bring a relationship back into balance and actually make it thrive, that takes years of deep reflection and healing. And if you guys find your way back to one another in a state that you can make it thrive, it will be permanence. But you need to be patient. And I feel this collective, it's just sad because so much of your disbelief is literally coming down to the time. And now you're reflecting on this person being this, that, and the other. And I'm not saying they're not, but it's you're giving yourself the answers. If that's how you truly believe they were to be, then it would never have worked anyway. So, and I will confirm universe's perspective on this, but if this person's now reflecting and seeing that even with this separation, they're seeing you as someone fated for them, or even they could be reflecting and thinking this separation was fated. This relationship would have run its duration if we both didn't part ways and embody some form of this isn't bad. I'm actually getting a really nice feeling from this person. Again, this person is really in there. This is underneath 321. They truly are in deep reflection and reminiscing, nostalgia, and they could of course be thinking about your intimate moments as well, but that was another important card here. I think this person's finally starting to remember details that unfortunately they had blocked out of their mind, which means you guys could be coming into a powerful cycle. I will have to confirm though. Family. Okay, expecting. So that's come out twice. This collective, it's an important detail. I don't know if you fell pregnant. This person had, you know, their family had a lot of opinions on it, but also I do think that it confirms both. I do think that they're wanting to have a family with you. So the right collective, this was spoken about. They wouldn't be thinking about this if you didn't exchange these words in the past. I think, again, they're going over so many details in their mind right now. Addictions. And also, especially because that seduction card in your first deck, they could even think that, you know, time's running out here. Especially if they know this is a value or something, a need of yours. This is something that you're really wanting to create in this lifetime. I think it's the addicted, the one, they're obsessing. It's just odd because you didn't get confession, communicate, or they'll be back in those purple cards. And normally when I'm, you know, go to grab them when I'm kind of in the middle of doing a card pull, it's to see one of those cards. Now I know expression of love, thinking of you, letting you know, but that's probably all it will be at the start. And again, I will confirm it might just be I've really been thinking about you lately, I hope you're well. It could just be something more kind of touching the surface, seeing where you are in life, seeing if you even want to speak to them, especially if they're reflecting on how they left you. Okay, forgiveness. I'm sorry. I do think they have it on their mind, but am I seeing this person sending you a novel and going into deep explanation? And not if it's been a while. I think they're still really nervous when it comes to you and how they've treated you. Yeah, how they abandoned you. So they want to apologize about it. They want to really make their intention clear and they want to get deep. But Rana, holy moly. So this is what they want to apologize over. Running away, abandoning you. Especially if you were pregnant, or I've got a couple collectives here where you just lost a child, or this person unfortunately kind of put the pressure on, you know, having a termination, and then they did all this. Like, this person would be highly nervous. Actually, I want to get their feelings. Like their feelings right now. All right, let's see. When they think of you, what emotion is getting stirred up? Well, one straight away. Okay, so I think right now they're a little bit unsatisfied in life. That's my past two collectives. I've had a masculine that's really unsatisfied in life right now. They're feeling unfulfilled, stuck in a rut, needs a change. But also that could be, let's take the word out of it. That could be how they're feeling towards you. They're really stuck in a rut here. They know this needs to change. But I do think that they're worried that maybe you yourself are a little bit uninterested right now. Yeah, they're wary. So they're an overthinker. This person connected to you, they're an overthinker. They're really cautious right now. They know they need to be careful. They're still a little bit guarded. And this is what I feel with this message. It's not that the emotion's not here, but they're so guarded right now because it's that lack of confidence card, not enough confidence. jealous. So they could be really jealous. Ashamed because of their guilt. They're ashamed. Embarrassed, guilty, red face, sorry, hanging their head in shame. They feel disgraced. So again, it's not that it's not here. It's like they don't know, which is a little bit alarming because your communication was the thing that tore you guys apart, and they clearly still haven't completely gotten to the place of being able to express themselves, their true needs and wants, and own their weaknesses and vulnerabilities. They're worried about being judged by you. Look at all of this that's blocking their throat right now because they know they need to be more honest here. I always say when your throat chakra is blocked, you're not being honest with yourself and the people around you, but it comes to their shame. I am very free to tell you guys when an energy feels off, and I'm very quick to tell you guys when something doesn't feel balanced. And I'm not saying this person's balanced completely, but I genuinely feel in there such deep emotion for you. They're really in a place of longing right now, and it's just, it seems to be there's still a little bit of lack of accountability. But one more. Shocked. So maybe they found something out that really shocked them when it comes to you. I went to block again. That's making them reevaluate all their emotion. Surprise, unexpected, taken back, didn't see it coming. Something happened out of the blue, and you got jealousy as well. What exclamation point, jarring. There's something here of recent. Let it be a friend has shown them something about you, or they've seen something about, there's something here that they have found that has now activated all of this deep nostalgia and reminiscing, which maybe, going back to that jealous card, but depressed. Let's see this person's true intention. I want to get the universe's perspective on your connection, and then we'll see what's coming next. We'll roll the dice and see what's coming next. I might actually tap into how they see you. I just want to see if they can actually, like, if it really is genuine. Like, as you as a person, what qualities that they're like about you. All right, their true intention. That's good. This came out yesterday. So they're going over a memory here. Clearly what they're feeling shamed and guilt over. So from December 22nd, don't make it fit, February 6th, February 7th to March 19th. But they're acquiring knowledge. It's a good card. Our connection was very intense and confusing. My hair's like got static. It's like little hairs are sticking to my face, and confusing, but I'm trying to understand our undeniable bond. You were brought to me to teach me things, and I believe that because they're seeing you as faded. 18 of this month, 18th of this month could be important, or 18 could be relevant. A birthday or last time you spoke to them could have been on the 18th. Balancing. Wow, there's two memories. So these came together. And it's funny. It's funny because this is from December to March, and this is from March to June 20th. So March 20, so it's literally consecutive, and that kind of ties in as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of my collectives. You were in a short-lived romance and they're reflecting on the whole relationship. But these memories here from March to June, and this is the months that have just passed as well. Right now, they've been trying to balance their life. So I think right now they're still a little bit out of balance as well. I'm trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took more from you than you were able to give. And I don't want to say they used you. This says I used you for my own benefit. I don't think this, maybe. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you. I'm sorry. All right, let's confirm. Acquiring knowledge. So they are focused. I don't mind this card. Let's take materialism away from it. especially a personality type like this person, I always say for a divine masculine to shine in divine masculine, he needs to be proud of his success in life, his path in life, his pinnacle path. True divine masculine really protects their feminine. So them underneath acquiring knowledge, one, I trying to really, especially with this, trying to put balance and structure into their financial path, but also if finances were a grievance in the past, and I always say materialistic people, believe it or not, they're kind of people pleasers, and they love the admiration and the approval of others. They always have to look good, this, that, for the attention of others, okay? So for this person, especially if this was a grievance in the past for you guys, I'm hearing a couple things. One, I think they're really getting their shit together, or they're wanting to like really have a lot of focus on their financial path in life. But two, I do think they're reflecting on their materialism, their self-indulgence, their excessive personality type, and how it can get them in trouble a little bit. Regret, truth. I saw that ashamed card straight away. This memory, very important for this collective, because I heard it straight away. They've got so much regret here for something they did. Christmas could have been a very big memory. Oh my God, that's never happened. That has never happened. You've got winter, summer, but in different countries, seasons switch up. But you have literally got a progression. So from December through to June, and then from June through to September. That makes me, the first thing that came to my mind, I still sticking to the other deviations. You have not left this person's mind. And the sad thing is, I think this collective, you just don't even think this person thinks about you. You've not left their mind. I have never, since using these, had all of the... There's only one more timing card, and you got 3 of them. So you do not leave their mind. And it's sad because this person, it's like cat got your tongue. This isn't someone that plays games with... This is someone that's just stood in silence. But there is regret over a specific... So from June 21st... August 5th, August 6th to September 21st, maybe there was some form of communication where this person, I'm seeing that olive branch, maybe wasn't as receptive to what you had said, and especially you, if you are someone that really struggles to let someone in on a deep level, you struggle with vulnerability, and you chose to be a little bit vulnerable, and maybe for you it seemed very vulnerable, but maybe for them reading it, it wasn't as vulnerable as you thought. I think this person maybe clammed up a little bit. There's 2 memories here that this person sits in deep regret over. I think I made a mistake. I should never have let you go. I should have stayed. I should have fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful. And I believe that. That was your very first card in this whole reading. I do believe this person really struggles with fear and their confidence. Now I'm here mourning the loss over you. I think this person's remembering a lot, and especially because that's the theme of this reading, the deep nostalgia, but the feeling attached to it. If it's not them always thinking, there's some specific memories here that are just dragging up a lot of pain in them right now, and guilt and shame. So they do want this new beginning. So since March to June this year, they've really been thinking about how to come forward. So it's not an impulsive thing. This has been on their mind. And the one thing that might be a little bit has been stopping them until whatever that shocked thing is came across their table. The balancing, is my life sorted enough? But now this person's clearly got a sense of urgency up their bottom. We need to let go of our issues and work through our struggles by recognizing what went wrong and how we both played a part in it. I love you too much to let you go. Let's start anew. The one thing that's really positive here, because I was like thinking, is this person taking accountability? Everything in this person's intention right now is what they could have done better. Okay, and really wanting to balance their life and be proud of where they are in life. So I always say the right love inspires us to grow and change and be the best version of ourselves, not with us demanding our partner to change, but by witnessing our partner and wanting to be the best version we can be, to stand by their side because we're so proud of them. And that's what the energy I'm feeling from this. There's a lot of deep reflection, very beautiful. So this person maybe in the past wasn't as expressive. It's not like they don't feel it. It's just lining up how to put their thoughts into words. Okay, I just quickly want to see the universe's perspective on you guys. Then I'm going to roll the dice and get tarot and see what's coming next. Okay, universe, right now, how do you view this pairing? Oh, that's good. So there's obstacles being removed right now. The one card that was a little bit alarming was that, but let's just see what's... Oh, beautiful. So you guys challenge the normal dynamic of what a relationship should entail, and I see that as divine straight away. I always say, divines, you have societal issues, so let it be nobility factors, marriages, sexuality, age difference. Like, you guys have things that the people around you hold a lot of opinion to, but this is an opportunity coming here. It was an opportunity for you both as well, but this was meant to be long lasting. It was meant to have longevity, not short-lived. So there was things that needed to be worked on, but clear vision, perspective, past, present, future versions of yourself makes sense with this. So you needed to clear out the old. You weren't ready for it. That saying, right person, wrong time. Perfect example, you two. You needed to remove unwanted stuff. You need a clean sweep. You need a clean slate, so that this has been a long time. You guys needed to get to a point where you could let the past go, and if it was as passionate and magnetic as it was, and there wasn't enough time to heal what had been done, you would never have thrived. You just need to trust in that. There was unavoidable things here you both needed to heal individually, but a total makeover, restoring harmony with another restoring harmony card. The dolphin, that could be a sign. 19th of November could be important. 12th of November or 11th of December. Peace, harmony, effective communication. You both needed to work on it. Playful, humor, fun. So you guys were each other's quirky little selves when you were around each other. You're in tune with each other. Joy is around you both. And the lion. Could dream a lot of each other. Majestic, but your self-esteem, both of you needed to work on your self-love, but overcoming difficult. Fair and just, devoted. I'm hearing that, hopelessly devoted to you. You know, Grease, hopelessly devoted. I love that song. But heart-centered. And I think you both needed to find your heart center and true heart activation. In your time away, you're both as bad as each other when it comes to depth for this collective. One more for your top row. Oh, it was developing over time. So it needed time. Huge confirmation. And this is what this collective you're doing your head in with. It needed it. Developing over time. You're meant to build a family legacy, the good stuff, finesse, alchemize, transform, ripening. It's aging well. This beautiful collective. Stop stressing. To tap into your divine feminine, this person would have needed to tap into that divine feminine energy as well. But your intuition, your romance, affection, recognition, divine feminine energy is meant to make you see in life. For you both to see in life. But you weren't gentle with each other in the past. You guys moved with trauma. You guys took each other's armor personally. You were very highly triggering and you needed to clean this out. You're clearly both very sensitive souls, but the sad thing is you don't let anyone in on your sensitivities. But this is a very unique, exquisite kind of love. But it's also, it was very fragile when you guys first came in. And because it was very magnetic and very kind of, it just would have been very up and down emotionally. Wouldn't have worked long term. You needed the rebirth. You needed the ending. It was destined. There's nothing you could have done better. It was destined on your wheel to have this ending. And I don't know why I just said that. I don't know if you've been thinking about that of recent. Maybe this person has been that could have done this. There would have been nothing. This was in your story. Your ending. It was destined. Otherwise it wouldn't have awakened you. It wouldn't have awakened this person. I always say it, and I know it's hard when you're going through heartbreak, but you need to trust in divine timing, not your ego's timing. The divine releases things when our energy, not our mind, not us saying I'm ready, our energy really shows us that we're ready. Emperor, as we said it, when they lock in and they have that confidence. And even now, I'm going to be honest with what's coming for you guys. I think it's more of a, beautiful, to build the effective through the dolphin energy, overcoming barriers, another card of harmony, the communication, effective communication. But what I was going to say, I do think this person, genuine intention, but I just don't think they're completely locked into that divine masculine emperor strength. I do think this person wants to come in and soothe the chaos, but they're still lacking a little bit of confidence when it comes to you. And you're exactly the same, this collective. So when it comes to that date night and seeing, I say it all the time when I feel energy like this, just advice. I would see how your communication goes over the phone for a while before, and even have a little date night over FaceTime or something. But you don't need to be rushing to see this person. You just want to make sure you guys are on the same page emotionally. Just my advice. Because the message is coming. As we said, at full steam ahead. Messenger movement, message, progression, full steam ahead, green light through this. You'll know, trust your intuition. But finances is a big thing here as well. It's meant to make you both find your path in life. Makes me feel because you're both someone exceptional. You're both the firefly, someone exceptional. Light code, soul spark, self-discovery, illumination, magical. Smelling very divine, although you didn't get the 20 card, but it was definitely smelling that way. Oh my god! Sorry, I said it. You did get it, but you got the swan. Developing over time. Stop it. Soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, deep soul connection. That's why I wanted to get these. Blooming love, but it needed time, and it's still going to need a bit of time. That's to confirm the aging well. Oh, sorry, I get so excited. I'm not normal. Divination, fluidity. Oh, magic. Very nice. This collective, you've got to stop stressing, and that didn't want to go in. This isn't far. But I'm still sticking to my guns. Don't rush it. Especially if you've been on this roundabout for oh my god, you got the phoenix at the bottom. So it's burnt both of you to a crisp. Death, rebirth, catalyst of heart awakening, and your heart rising up from the ashes, total transformation, a complete renewal. Oh. All right, I'm going to get tarot. I just want to see what angel is over your connection right now. I can't say their names, so I'm just going to read them. Angel of the ruler of the divine chariot. So it is on its way. Number 16 and 19. So you got 18. So from the 16th to the 19th. Movement, dynamic action, teleportation, fights to defeat chaos. Sign. I shelter you from the storm and show you how to use your Merkaba energy, your internal chariot energy, to become a chariot of divine power. Smoky quartz, full moon. We just had the full moon. So this full moon would have been, it says full moon go. Wow. Harmonic healing, the 5th chakra. The angel of music. This came out in yesterday too, so maybe do a little angel shuffle. Go ask your angels a question, press shuffle, see what song comes on. I hope you tune into the frequency of source and the sound, and through sound of vibration in music, singing and poetry days. So this energy has been stirring up since this moon. For longer than that when reading your person. And number 38, feeling complete, the angel of harmony and vitality, feeling complete, exponential wisdom, evolve, plan B, creating an oasis, balancing opposite forces, temperance. I help you achieve balance from change in perspective, compromise, and finding common ground, that new beginnings card that they had. Topaz, September, finding a new approach. Beautiful. Okay, let's roll a dice. All right, this person's, oh, that came out, 3 came out. I'm just going to use that because it fell. I don't want to say 3 days. I'm going to say 3 weeks, but just prepare. Okay, so we're going to see this next person's action and how you should deal with it. All right, this person's... Whoa. Oh my God, perfect. They want truth and balance. Ace of Swords, epiphany, revelation, clarity, truth, enlightenment, communication. So they are coming in with, but more of a logical than emotional approach. Okay, but they do want a reunion, and you've got 2 reunion cards here. So they do want to take you out. Another confirmation, they might really try and, I think it's not them, that's maybe what they think they need to do. There's a reason we say everything, but they might want to invite you somewhere, or good intention, but just personally, I think if there's 2, it's up to you guys. Past life memories, nostalgia, reigniting the past, a new chance at love. Okay, but this will bring up emotion, and I think they will open up about how much they've been thinking about you. It's not a 10 of cups at the bottom, but they're going to come in very... Oh my God, that's not good. I don't think it's impulsive. Because you can see how much this person's been thinking about it. But when they make the decision, it's going to come in very forced. This very quick moving, especially with this Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords. This is probably more leaning towards the 3 days. But I always say he can create such a rapid high, but and a rapid low at the same time, and he's just so focused on the end stop, he's not seeing the red flags. So even if this person's pushing this to see you, and I think it's coming from a good intention, but I think you guys have a little bit of work to do before you kind of lock eyes in the physical. Just my advice, because in their soul they think they're doing the right thing, but they're so focused to just fixing this that they're not realizing it has to go a bit slower to see if you guys are on the same page. Okay, this is going to drag up so much emotion in both of you. Just be a little bit more aware. If it's the right love, you don't need to rush it. Pure intention, as I said. So that's good. Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords. That's leading with intuition, emotion. That's leading with logic. So it will be balanced. But what they're offering you is pure. They're coming in quite confident. Okay, isn't it funny on either? This is very nice. I just it's, you know, when I talk about arguments, you know your truth, they know that. It's like you can't compromise. This person's truth is, I want to fix it, I want to fix it, I want to fix it quickly, but it's not going to think long term, not short term. Okay. Okay, how should you deal with it? Oh, be your charming, magnetic, seductive, beautiful self. But you're going to have to, I don't want to say lead the way, but don't be blinded to miracles. Stop it. And how much you've healed, everything that you've learned. All those, me looking at this, it's the confidence. Have confidence in the situation. Just remember who you are. Remember the magical queen you are. I wouldn't be, this could really create a new chapter. I always say, you know, when someone's coming in genuine because they have a pure intent, and you don't need to ask all the questions. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why did this happen? This collective, I want one more for that before I say what I'm thinking. Okay, so you do want to be, I do think this person is going to open up about the destruction and the betrayal and everything that happened here. I think you don't need to bring it up. I think you just need to be still, but I do think you need to be aware. Remember the pain you've gone through. What I see with Nine of Cups, it's such a painful journey to get to this, that you learn to really line up the right cups behind you, and you really learn to see with good judgment who should be at that table. So it takes some time to really know someone, if they should be at my table sipping out of my cups. Remember, she's self-love, she's fulfilled because she finally sees herself, she sees her worth. You don't need to rush, you don't need to demand truths. I think that really confirms everything we've been saying. Take time to get to know each other again. See if this is a cup that you really want sipping from your table again, okay? I think it's pure, but you don't need to, just the magnetic pull I see with you guys. You don't want to do something silly and end up seeing this person and then sexual exchanges and then have regret. You just want to make sure there's dedicated effort being put towards you. And by the looks of it, this person's ready to put dedicated effort in. Okay. Just have faith. Be a bit mysterious. You don't need to put all your cards on the table straight away. Okay. But you're going to have that high priestess moment very soon. Very nice. But I can't stress enough. Don't be demanding, ride the wave. It's been long enough, clearly, you guys, and this person wants to come through with the emotion. It's just, they're going to have to build their confidence here. So let them build their confidence. You clearly need to build yours as well. You've got the love bell. Divine sending this through right now. So trust, and trust in your red thread. Don't need to rush it. Windfall. This has come out in the past few readings. I think we've got some collectives really coming into a winning season. So from the next, this is my new moon one. So just new moon's clearly important for you guys. Trust your intuition. This person could have bought you a necklace that broke as well. But perfect timing. Time is about to go bing. I would be holding back the kisses and hugs right now, but that's up to you. You're both getting a lot of signs of one another. My two feathers. Could have just found two beautiful feathers. E, J, D, F, and H, and then the golden love heart. We got two fruits out. Maybe you like to have, maybe eating some bananas or grapes right now. Maybe you're switching to whole food, or you've been wanting to get your diet in check a little bit. Pearl, remember the power in you. The world is your oyster. You really need to embody that Queen of Wands energy. Okay, important memory. Birthdays, angel numbers, 20th of the 3rd. Oh my God, you've got 222. Oh, unexpected blessings, miracles. 2020 as well, then that just flipped to 2, so 2020 could be an important year. 20th of the 8th, 20th of the 6th. Oh, 3. That came out before. 3 is an important number for you guys. 2 again. 2 2 3. 17th of the 3rd. 17. Look at all you. And 10. Holy moly, you got 10, 17, 2 2, and 3. Stop it. Oh, you guys are really mirroring right now. There's a double of every single dice there. What the actual portal energy. Lionsgate energy as well would be important. Portal energy. So you could be a portal baby. They could be born on the 1st of the 1st, 2nd of the 2nd, 3rd of the 3rd. But a 10 coming in. 17. Holy moly. Alright, I love you guys. I will try and be on TikTok later, but I'm not liking the looks of it. But hopefully I get up on there. But I love you guys and have a good day.